How's it going, everyone? It's that time of the year again. The parking lot sale has just arrived again. For members, our Inside Track members, they get October 6th through October 9th. So, Inside Track member, you get all these deals, early access, and everyone else from October 10th to the 12th. So, looks like this one has maybe some decent ones. We got 4.5-inch, metal cutoff wheels, 10-pack for $5. That's not bad, the Bauer. If you want to, have some, which is never bad, for your grinder. And also, alongside that, you got a grinder. A 4.3 amp, 4.5 angle grinder with slide switch. It's pretty good for $12. If you just need a grinder, maybe to shop your lawnmower blades or something, that'll be fine. We got the performance work gloves. For $3 almost. Those are pretty good gloves. I like them, especially in the winter. Whenever you're doing stuff, you don't want to take them off. They have a little strap on the side so they don't come off easily. And you got the 3/16-inch to 1 3/8-inch number 4 titanium steel step drill bit, 12-step, and the number 5 11-step for $10. It's not bad. You also got the 1/2-inch drive impact deep socket set, 13-piece. Standard and metric. You choose the size. Those are pretty good. Those are 6-point. And they're pretty good. I've been using 12-point, which I do have the 6-point. I have not swapped over lately since I've been kind of busy, which I should do that. But I do have the 6-point. I might swap the 12s and keep the, the 1/2-inch ones, just in case. You also got 20% off all U.S. General carts and cabinets. 25% off all Bauer corded power tools. That's pretty good. If you want to get this grinder instead, that'd be good. Or a sander or something. 35% all pliers and screwdrivers. From Broom, Doyle, Icon, Pittsburgh, and Quinn. So all pliers. Now that is a good thing. There's a lot of pliers. Icon has the good pliers. I know Doyle has some good pliers, especially the little, the crimpler for the connectors. That's a pretty good tool to have, honestly. So yeah, that's a good deal right there. 35% off, excluding bolt cutters, by the way. Those are not, included. You also got 50% off all Thunderbolt batteries, exclude Thunderbolt solar batteries. Keep that in mind. You also got the 12,000-pound truck SUV winch with wired rope for $279 or $280. That's not bad. We also got the Predator gas-powered earth egger. So we got $175 for this guy. That's pretty good. I just wouldn't recommend if you live in a hard environment, like a rocky environment, you could say. If your ground is rocky, would not recommend this. Just saying, because you could be making a hole and it could just take your arm if it comes along a rock, which I live in a rocky area. Yeah, just want to give a heads up. We also got a little multi-process welder with 120 to 240 input for $850. It's a pretty good deal right there. If you need a welder. I'm pretty sure they have another welder. So we got a 3-ton low-profile floor jack with rapid pump for $100. You need a floor jack? There you go. And it's Pittsburgh. They're pretty good. The better ones, in my opinion, are the Daytonas, but it's Pittsburgh. It's not bad. We also got the airless paint, primer, and stain sprayer, 3,000 psi pump sprayer. It says for $200. You want to paint your car, or who knows what? Oh, not paint your car. Sorry. If you want to paint your house, your deck, your patio, whatever you want to paint with that, that's a good way to do. We also got a 5,000 watt dual fuel super quiet inverter generator with remote start and co-secured technology for $700 or $800. That's not bad if you need a generator. We all are going to be needing generators here pretty soon, maybe in the winter if the electricity goes out. Let's see, we got a 500 lumen compact pop-up lantern. Get 3 for under $10, which is true. $3.29. We also got 72-inch, 80-inch moving blanket $5. That's not bad. If you're moving, you want to keep your stuff from getting scratched, that'd be good. Also got a battery operated liquid transfer pump. Now, this guy is a pretty cool tool. I released a video here recently about that. The only thing that stinks is, like, if you're trying to pour fuel into a truck with this, the newer ones are coming out with that weird flap on the gas pump, and you might need to use a funnel. And sometimes maybe a long funnel, you know, they could get through the both flaps, because some do have both flaps, just so you can pump fuel in there. Like, I know diesel trucks, I know the Dodges, I'm pretty sure they have double flaps in their gas tank thing. So yeah, I'm just giving a heads up, that's what you do. We also got a 30-inch by 18-inch 1000 capacity hardwood dolly for $12. That's not bad, you know, if you want to, you know, use that. We also got the fully polished combination wrench set, 14 piece. We got it in standard and metric for $17.99. Not bad at all if you need a tool set like that. So far, looks like we got some decent deals. One that got me is that 35% off all pliers and screwdrivers and stuff. That is a pretty good deal, honestly. I mean, you're looking for new screwdrivers and stuff. There's your chance right there. I don't know if they'll include, like, the, you know, the Torx and stuff. They're not, like, they're close to screwdrivers, but they're not. I'm actually curious. Okay, so we got here. We got a 7-function digital multimeter for $5. Not bad, you know, if you want to see if an alternator is charging your battery on your vehicle, that's perfectly fine. You want to see if an outlet is having power, that's another way. Titanium drill bit set, 29 piece for $12. This is what I'm going to say. These guys are good for wood, but not for, you know, not good for metal. And they're compared to the Hart 29 at $26.88. I'm actually going to look at that up. I'm actually curious here in a little bit, but I'm gonna look that up. I mean, Hart, I know they don't have that much good drill bits, but you know, they're decent. Super glue 3-pack for $1. Your super glue, there you go. We also got the gloves. We got the 7mm and the 9mm, 50-pack on both. You get the orange and blue for $7 and just the regular black for $8. And you know, so that's the for the orange is large and extra large, and blue is medium large, extra large, and extra large. While black is medium, large, extra large, and extra large. We also got another winch. Is this the same one from the other one? No. This is a 12,000-pound winch and septic rope with wireless remote for $500. There you go. If you need a winch, you know, for your off-road vehicle, there you go. We got another one, the Badlands 2,500 ATV utility wrench with wire rope and wireless remote for $70. Not bad. Badlands 1.5 ton off-road jack with rapid pump and decent control, precision decent control. I do not know if these guys come with that little option where they add a little extender, but I might get that. We'll see. $239 for a little jack. I mean, yeah, I won't be lifting nothing to it, but like a trailer, if it has a little adapter, I might have to look real quick. Since I want that little adapter to get that extra lever, you know, height, just in case I need to lift a trailer or something. You know, and this would walk over gravel and stuff perfectly fine, which is perfectly fine. 30% off all Daytona 3-ton ratcheting jack stands. They always bring this guy back up. 30% off. That's not bad. And this is a new color they added was purple. That was a new one they added a couple months ago. Now we got the Vikings. We got Viking stuff here. We got the 2000 pink amp lithium ion jump starter and power bank. Now this guy right here, this guy is in my opinion worth it. I have both of the models. I have this one and the 1000 peak. Right now I gave the 1000 peak to a van that the battery's kind of, I don't feel like it's going to make it through the winter. And this one, I usually have it for diesel tractors, bobcats, diesel trucks, you know. This one is perfect for diesel. So, if this one can do diesel, it could do your little car and everything, you know. You don't have to worry. One time, I put this on a battery that was extremely dead. And the vehicle was parked next to a beehive. I'm trying to be quick as possible so I won't get stung. So, what I did, I opened the hood, let it open, let the bee settle down for a little bit. And then sneak beside the building, whatever, so they wouldn't see me. Connected it quickly. turn on the vehicle, it turned on instantly. And then just backed it away from them and then just turned it off and took the power bank. But that was ready to go. It was a quick process. I just plugged it in and got out. That is a good guy to have. Trust me. And we're getting near the winter time. There's going to be vehicles that are going to be dying. You know, batteries are going to be dying. You know, so that's a good way. We also got the 4-amp fully automatic microprocessor control battery charger and maintainer. Now, $30. This is not a bad charger. If you want to charge something small, you can also have it how do you call it? Tackle, whatever you call those type of chargers, trickle chargers, where, you know, you connect to the battery, you plug it in, you let it chill in there for the whole winter. You know, we are getting close. The winter's showing up here like 2 months, 3 months. Right now, if it's on the parking lot sale, I would grab 1 or 2 if you need it for your vehicle. I've not had bad experience with them, but you know, that'd be good to have your batteries alive if you have a vehicle that's parked, or if you have a lawnmower that's, you know, since the lawnmowers are about to go to storage here pretty soon in a month, they're going to need the batteries charged. And, you know, whenever mowing season starts, you want to get that mower running again. Perfect timing to also do oil change on that lawnmower too before you store it. And, you know, empty all the fuel if you have to, or whatever you got to do, or add, you know, some stabilizer or something to it for the fuel. So we got a dual power 120 psi tire inflator with LED light for $35. This is Pittsburgh, by the way. $35. That's not bad for $35. You also got a 2-ton low profile floor jack with rapid pump for $90. So the other one's $100. This is like $11 cheaper, or $10 cheaper, you say. That is a good floor jack, honestly. Decent. 2-ton. You can't lift a big truck, but like a little car, perfectly fine to pick up a little car. That's a perfect size. You know, and once you're getting that, why don't you get the Jacksons while you're at it, too? I mean, you're going to need it. Now, I might buy that 1.5, honestly. I'm thinking about it, but we'll see. We also got the titanium 125 amp welder for $120. Now, I'm planning to probably buy that welder. I mean, I know how to weld and everything, but the reason I want to buy this is right now I don't have a shop. And, you know, when you get a shop, it's better to get those better Miller ones and, you know, weld with those. The Miller 252. Those are good welders. I like how those worked when I was going to school and everything. Really good at those. And, well, since you don't have a shop and you buy one of those machines, you can't leave it out in the elements. You got to store it, and it's going to be a pain in the butt to pull it out and put it back in, you know. So, here later, I'm going to, maybe in a year or two, I'm going to build a shop. So, this will be a good welder to have to weld small little things, you know, like not that thick of metal. If you get them, like maybe somebody who wants to get into the welding, this is fine. A $120 welder, you know, which I might get it just to weld because I have an idea I want to make for a trailer. The metal ain't thick, but I wanted to weld a little piece of, I don't know what you call that material, diamond sheeting thingamajig. Not the diamond sheet, but like has holes. You know, they use it for barbecues. I want to use that for a trailer. Want to build it, you know, and put it on a trailer so it has like a little tailgate or whatever, you know, so stuff doesn't roll out. Because I put boards, and over here where we live, we have train tracks. And, you know, when you cross those train tracks, you know, the vehicle and the trailer jumps, you know. Not a lot, but, you know, you fall down, it still jump. One time we had my dad's double tandem axle trailer had a board in the back, and a piece of it flew off. The other stayed still. And yeah, we don't like that. We don't like stuff flying out of the trailer because, you know, it could cause an accident. Luckily, there was nobody around, and we got it and picked it up. But I want to do it where you could put that thing tied down to the trailer. It doesn't flop around, you know, it stays put, you know. So I want to get that welder for that reason. We also got the other one, the Ultimate 140 professional microprocess welder with 120 volts. So this one is a pretty good welder than this one. You can do a lot more stuff with this than this. The reason this one, you gotta buy a tank of gas, and I'm pretty sure like $500 for a tank of gas. So by the end, you'd be paying $1,000, and including if you want to buy a little, you know, a cart for that, it's gonna cost you like $35. So you're already at the $1,100 taxes stuff. So yeah, you also got 36-inch by 24-inch molder welder table with welding fit-up kit for $160. That was pretty good. If you want to buy this and this, I'll be fine. You know, that's not bad, you know. That's not bad. We also got the ball joint service kit for 2-wheel and 4-wheel drive for $54.68. So this is what I'm going to say about this. I do not know much about this. Modox brand, I have not bought a product from them from Harbor Freight. But the only thing I don't like about it is it gives you only the 90-day warranty. That's the only thing it gives you. So, say like you use it a lot, would not recommend it. But if you're a homeowner and you just want to do fix up, and you know, you're not doing ball joints all the time, this will be fine. You know, that will be fine. So that's decent for home, but if you're going to be buying for a shop, I'd rather go with the Icon one. I know it's more expensive, but it has that lifetime warranty. And, you know, if it breaks, you could take it back and get a new one, you know. So, but this is good for a homeowner, you know. It's fine. So, over here, we got the Flex Welder. You know, we got $90 one. It's a little cheaper than the $120. It should be doing the same. I've never seen videos of this guy, but I've seen videos of this one. It looks like a decent. So, you know, these two are perfect welders for, you know, if you want to start welding, you know. Just don't forget when you buy these, don't forget the wire, you know. By the way, we also got this little 100-pound capacity welding cart for $35, you know. And then we got the standard auto darkening welding helmet for $30. Not bad. You also got this, you know, trailer light kit, $28. I don't know about their lights, if they're good or bad. The only thing I do know is I don't like how these guys are, the little orange, little amber lights, you know, in my opinion. I like the other versions, but they're there if you need it. You know, if you got a trailer, you want to rewire it, perfect timing, $30, $28 for a pack. I do not know if they're good. I have bought some lights from that brand before recently, and when I was wiring to the trailer and stuff, and they were pretty good at night, which I have not caught a video, but I will catch a video of it. And it looked like it was doing a good job. So, we got the goodie bin again. Let's see what we got in the goodie bin. So, in the goodie bin, we got shop towels in red and white, 14-inch by 13-inch shop towels, 50-pack, $8. Okay, that's good. You know, if you need shop towels, you know, do an oil change, clean the dipstick or clean something, you know, oil, you know, anything. Anti-fridge foam mat set, 4-pack. That's not bad for $8. We also got the welding wire, the flux cord welding wire, 2-pound, and you choose from the 0.03 or 30-inch and a 35-inch, you could say. $15 for a roll, 2-pound. You know, that's good. We got the 18 by 12, 1,000 capacity hardwood dolly for almost $8. We also got the Harbor Freight 55 19-gallon extra large bag for 77 cents. You know, that's not bad. You want to buy that bag and, you know, use it as a picnic bag, or go to Walmart and buy groceries, or H-E-B, or, you know, your grocery store. You know, it doesn't have to be those two. I mean, you know, you go to your grocery store, you know, it helps a little bit of the environment with the plastic and stuff, you know. You know, in case in the city, you know, I know there's some city folks somewhere around here in the United States, and they have to pay for bags. I'd rather just buy a couple bags of those, take them to Walmart, get my groceries, and put them in there instead of paying for, what is it, 50 cents or $1 for a bag of bag for the groceries. You know, over here where I live, they haven't done that, which I hope they don't do, but, you know, it could change. So the mini pick and hook set, 99 cents. So this does have a lifetime warranty. The only thing I'm going to tell y'all is it's not the best. If you're just going to use it every once in a while, that is fine. You know, if you're a homeowner, not going to use it a lot, that's fine. But if you're a mechanic, would not recommend it. My father has bought some, and they did not last long. And, you know, they're just $1. But, you know, they are worth, you know, I do have a lifetime warranty. You can swap that out. We also got the 60 feet by 3/4 inch industrial grade electrical tape 10-pack for $5. That's not bad. And waterproof protective case, medium, $20. You know, and they got them 3 colors, which is tan, orange, and black. That's not bad. Maybe I'll get one of those. We also got the 20-ounce HVLP gravity-fed air gun spray, or air spray gun. I might buy that because later I feel like I have a project to paint a trailer. We have recently bought one like a year ago. I've not picked it up. Since the guy didn't have the title during the time, and I'm pretty sure he has the title now. I haven't talked to him in a while. And if we do get that trailer, we're going to fix it up real quick, paint it, and from there we'll see what we'll do. If we'll flip it or maybe keep it. Recently we bought a truck, an F-150, like a Hall gooseneck trailers, which we did not know. You know, we saw it, we went and looked at it, and I did not know it could Hall gooseneck trailers. And that might need rewiring done since it has the old plugs. I think of the 5 plug or something. We need to change it to the 7-way, you know. We also got the air tool accessory kit, 17-piece for $7. You know, you buy an air compressor, which, you know, we're all about to talk about air compressors. Not bad. You know, we also got the 3-gallon, 110 psi, oil-free, light-duty air compressor for $55. You also got another one, 21-gallon, 175 psi, oil-free, vertical shop, auto air compressor for $250. Man, that'd be awesome, $25. So yeah, pretty good deal. You also got the Predator, 4,550 watt open frame inverter generator with co-secure technology. $580 for that guy. That's not bad. You also got this other guy, $500. It's new, it says, in California. It says there's 2 miles from here in California. They don't get gas no more, which kind of stinks. You know, California, come on, man. You can't just be stuck with electricity all the time. You know, here in Texas, we had that no electricity for a couple days. And people were dying. They were using their generators. They weren't using them properly. You know, they didn't leave it outside. And also, people in the city can't leave stuff outside because they can get stolen. Especially during the winter and the generator's running. The people are just going to come up and plug it, turn off the generator, and just run with it, you know. But yeah, I don't like how it's that option. So we also got the 10-gallon shop auto air compressor for $250 from Fortress. Also, we got the 2-gallon, 135 psi for $170. We also got a 100-watt, super lightweight, foldable solar panel for $115. Not bad. We also got the chip shredder for $179. Not bad. Okay, so we're here at the tool set area. We got a tool set with case, 130-piece, lifetime warranty. I never bought this, but it looks like it has some wrenches, screwdrivers and stuff for $30. Standard and metric. That's not bad if you need one. I don't need one. I'm pretty sure I'm good, but, you know, somebody might need one. There it is. You know, somebody maybe need one for their home or something. There's perfectly fine. You also got the Earthquake XT. 1/2-inch, ultra torque air impact wrench, twin hammer, 150 foot-pounds at $130. Earthquake. And I'm pretty sure they come with other colors, you know, not just gray. You know, I think they come in green, orange, yellow. I think yellow, not sure on yellow. You know, we got the liquidation sale. Shop early for best selections, 100 of open boxes as is. Discontinued closeouts, factory, reconditioned, and scratch and dent items. Up to 73% off. Limited quantity selection, varieties by store. So, it's not bad if you want to go. But these are like people who Inside Track members. It's probably be the people who go in there, you know, look at everything and buy everything, you know. They see something like, oh, yeah, you know, and they buy it. So I'm just giving a heads up. We also got the 9.5 amp, 9.5 inch electric pole saw for $50. Not bad for that at all. You know, it's not bad. We also got the gas power chainsaw, $150. 42 cc 2-stroke engine, has advanced design with a dual piston ring and 4 connection rods for longer life. Now, I don't want to judge this as I do not know if it's a good chainsaw or not. That's all I'm going to say right now. I do not know if it's good, it's bad. I do not know how this chainsaw is. But I do want to say this. This chainsaw looks like to me, since I have never seen it, never holding one, never used one. Looks like a good chainsaw for somebody who wants to start. But, you know, I'm just being judged here. in my recommendation, I'd rather go with an Echo or a Steel. Most likely a Steel. It was an MS250. Farmers and ranchers use those little chainsaws. I mean, yeah, we also use 462s, those chainsaws as well. Those chainsaws are coming with a lot of issues, but, you know, besides the point, you know, this chainsaw, it looks like it's a good chainsaw for a homeowner. But if you want to use it for every day, I'd rather go with one of those other two brands. Echo has a better warranty. Steel has a 2-year warranty. I think Echo has like a 5-year warranty on their stuff. So yeah, $150 for this. Not bad. You know, if you're just a homeowner. I don't know about the warranty, honestly. As I said, I never hold this chainsaw, never used it, never seen it. But it looks like in the image, it looks like it's a decent chainsaw. For $150, never compared to the Ryobi. It's not available in California, which kind of stinks. So, you know, just giving a heads up on that. It says down here, not available in California. 1,750 PSI, 1.3 gallon, you know, gallons per minute. Corded electric pressure washer for $70. Now, this is perfect for a homeowner who just wants to wash their car, maybe something, patio or something. This is perfectly fine. You know, something homeowner, this is perfect, you know. But if you want to go, like, wash diesel trucks and stuff like that, yeah, maybe not. Unless, you know, it breaks down. That's the only option you got while you fix the other one or something. That'd be good. 11 foot 4 inch by 19 foot 6 inch heavy duty reflective all-purpose weather resistant tarp for $16. Now that I do not know if the tarps are good from there. I feel like I wanted to see if they sell one, like maybe a decent one, a 5 foot by 10, maybe bigger. It could be an 8 by 12 or something. You know, I want to use it to cover up a trailer since I'm going to buy 2 trailers this year. I said I was going to buy 1. Now I want to buy 2. 1 for an alfalfa trailer because my father recently got injured from unloading alfalfa. He doesn't listen. They weigh like 80 pounds. The way I want to do it is buy a trailer, go pick up the alfalfa with that trailer, unhook the trailer and leave it in the barn so no animal can touch it, put a tarp over it, and that's it. But I don't know if this is a good tarp. Looks like it's a good one. Don't know. You know, the only way I can find it is if I buy it, use it. But it looks like it's a good tarp. Just don't know if it's wind resistant, but it's heavy duty. So yeah, we also got the 10-inch, you know, tire with Y hub, $5 per tire. Now these guys, I've been using it. I used it on a power washer. I took out the tires, did not use the rims, and put it on another pair of hubs because it was going on an air compressor, and if I put these, it's going to wiggle around and stuff a lot. So I decided to just, you know, swap the rims and stuff, which is possible. Just 4 nuts and then you pop it off. And then just arm it back on the other one. If it's possible. Some are possible, some aren't. That's what I did. You know. We also got some safety glasses. Available in 3 colors. We got smoke lens, clear lens, yellow lens for $1. You know, that's a good deal. $1 for safety glasses. And that's just for 1. So I would recommend getting those. You also got microfiber cleaning cloths, 12-inch by 12-inch whole pack for $4. Not bad. We also got a hammer. We got a rip and the claw, 16-ounce fiberglass hammers, $4. And I'm not sure if these do come with a lifetime warranty. I can't, you know, I don't know if it is or not. But there it is. We also got the 18-inch magnetic tool holder for $2. Not bad if you want to have something to hold your tools in your toolbox, you know, put fires or something. Okay, we're back here in the back. The goodie bin again. We got 3 feet by 5 feet American flag. You know, $5, and that's only you know, Montana. We also got 20 bin medium portable port storage case. Those are pretty good. I have recently been storing my butt connectors, rivets and stuff, and bolts in one of these, and it's been doing pretty well. It's holding up everything, and whenever I need a bolt, I go to that box. If I need to fix a wire on a trailer, the box has it. You know, I just gotta get the tool and just get the butt connector or whatever I gotta do. You know, so those are good boxes. And I've seen people where they make like a big shelf thing, and they buy so many of them, like 20 of them in a whole row. Someone on YouTube done it. And all they do a pretty good job. You know, they do that. They put the shelves they put them in the shelves, and whenever they need something, they pull it out. You know, they have it labeled and everything like that. It's pretty cool. So yeah, those are pretty useful little items for $6. It's not bad. I might buy a couple more of those. I have one that I have not used, but I'm gonna buy 2 more because I am kind of starting to fill up with tools and stuff and bolts, and yeah, keep everything organized. We also got, you know, hex shank socket driver set, 3-piece, $2. Those are not bad. You know, if one day you're working on a chainsaw or something, you put down a, you know, impact driver, you know, and put the bolt or whatever, and you can just start taking stuff out. You know, it'll be faster. We also got the magnetic grip tissue dispenser, available in 8 colors, which are colors as blue, green, yellow, orange, white, black, red, and, you know, slate gray. They should also make purple, you know. I mean, I have not bought a purple toolbox, but I know there's some purple toolbox fans out there, and I'm pretty sure they want, you know, that's some cool stuff in that color instead of having to buy black, you know, or white or whatever other color they have to buy. We also got the 15-amp, 10-inch compact job site table saw with rocking and, you know, impassioned fence. $330. You know, if you need one, there you go. Hercules. We also got $139.99 for 11-amp, 5-inch deep cutting variable speed bandsaw. Now, I bought the battery one. I have not used it much lately, but that's pretty good. We also got the 9-amp variable speed surface conditioning tool for $90. Now, those tools are great. I bought the Bauer one. I still got the rollers. You know, I have not used the other 2 rollers. Just, you know. And I did a whole trailer, which I'll demonstrate how the trailers came out and stuff. It did a pretty well job. But these 2 came with that Bauer one. I got it for like $60 or $70. I don't remember exactly. It was a good buy. Now, this is what I would recommend buying if, you know, you want to resurface, you know, take old paint off of a car or off of a trailer or something, you know, some metal you want to get paint off and repaint it again. This will be the tool to go with. They don't give you these other 2 things, you know, they just give you that one, you know. It says high torque 9-amp motor, handles with toughness, conditioning jobs, all metal gearing for long life and durability. So, you know, and this is new. The Bauer, they discontinued it and jumped over to Hercules line. That's why they did that. And that was the last one that I got, you know, the Bauer one. You know, that was the last one they made. They didn't sell anymore, so yeah. We also got the 15-amp, 12 by a half-inch portable thickness planner for $350. Pretty good, you know, if you're into the work stuff, you know, wood and stuff, that's good. 20-ton H-frame foldable shop press for $200. Not bad, you know. Get those, what is it, seals, or not seals, they're like bearings and stuff off of cars. If you need one of those, I'd be very fine. A 1-ton compatible foldable shop crane for $230. Yeah, that's a 1-ton. That's not like, you can't lift a big truck motor with that, but you can at least lift like a lawnmower or something like that if you're trying to swap it out. You got a 6-liter ultrasonic parts cleaner for $140. That's not bad. We also got a 30-pound capacity low profile creeper for $25. Didn't Icon have one? Or am I losing it? I think I'm losing it. Thought I saw, or maybe I saw it in the, I saw somewhere else. Okay, so it was we also got the 20-volt 18-gauge brad nailer tool only for $80, you know. I do not know if it's good, honestly. I know some of their Bauer tools are good, some of them are not so good. I do not know if this is good or not. But brad nailer, if you need one, you can give it a test run. You do get a 9-day warranty on those tools. No batteries, so you have to be in the Bauer line. I think right now before the sale starts, I think they have a, what do you call it? A sale on batteries like the Hercules and the Bauer. So if you need one of those, that'd be fine. You also got the multi-splice screw extractor set, 25-piece for $48. That's not bad. You know, I think I got one of those for $25 on a sale they had the other day. Not bad. You know, the T800 Professional Intelligent Diagnostic Scanner for $800. A 1-year guarantee. They give you a warranty. I think they give you 1 year free service. If somebody has this, correct me wrong, because I don't know, but I heard that you get like, I think, a year free, and then you start paying for the services. That's what they're saying. A professional adjustable shop seat with tool shop, $80. You get it in 4 colors, which is black, blue, green, and red. I kind of like it. It's just, if you have a messy shop, you know, like you got pebbles and stuff, you know, because some people do have it messy, some don't. You know, this will be a little difficult to roll over stuff like that. You know, you do struggle to roll over stuff like that. Just giving a heads up. We got a 1,200 watt handheld steam cleaner for $20. You know, if you want to clean your car, you get something off, a tough stain or something, that'll work. We also got the 16-inch 3-drawer hardwood workbench for $150. Not bad. We also got a 5-tier shelf, 36-inch, 18-inch by 72-inch. And I do not know the weight capacity of this guy, but it's $40 if you want one. That's perfectly fine. We also got the Braun 10,000 Lumi 4-foot linkable diamond-plated LED hanging shop light, $32. Not bad. We got the Lexus dipped work gloves, $1.30. Not bad, you know. And we are back in the goodie bin. We also got a 25-foot by 1-inch quick fine tape measure with ABS casing for $200 or $200. Sorry, I mean that must be an expensive tape measure. Sorry, it's $2 for that measuring tape. That's not bad, and I'm pretty sure these guys come with a 1-year warranty. So, or 1-year warranty, lifetime warranty. So if something happens, you could take it in and get it swapped out. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's come with a lifetime warranty. You also got a 31 PVC folding sawhorse, 350-pound capacity. And then we also got a fire starter for $1.09. You know, if you like going camping, there you go. And we also got some 115 Lumi wall mounts, solar security lights. We got them black and white for $8. So, you know, that's pretty good. You know, if you want to put security lights outside your house or something. Alright, so let's see. So far, that's what we got, but things could change. Remember, this is on October 6th to October 9th for Inside Track members. They get a little early access, and then everyone else saves on the weekend. So, that's coming up next week, so keep an eye on that. Oh yeah, and I forgot, 20% off all US carts and cabinets. That's not a bad deal, honestly. That's one of the good deals. Also, the 35% off all pliers and screwdrivers. Not a bad deal. If, you know, you're just a homeowner, you hardly work on things or have anything to do. Or not like anything. Like, you barely do. Like, you know, you buy a tool, you don't use it much. The corded ones, those are pretty good. And batteries, you know, if you got nephews or kids, you know, they got toys and stuff. And, you know, you can't give a kid with no batteries, you know. And it's toys, so there we go. You know, you can get some batteries saved up for whenever a birthday. And, you know, the holidays are coming up pretty soon. You might buy a toy that needs batteries, so this would be perfect now to buy some batteries. You know, keep it there until you need it. The floor jack is decently fine. Let's see, what else? This guy, the liquid transfer pump. Pretty good. I've been using that. I have 3 of them. I'm going to give one to my father. Saving it for Christmas. And we got 2 more. I got a diesel and a gasoline. Don't want to mix those 2 up. You know, but I mean, there's no issue. You can use them all, but you usually keep them separate. So, because, you know, they're different. You know, back then I heard if a drop of gas falls in diesel, it'll hurt it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, just a little drop. But if you pour like a gallon or something, yeah, you're kind of... Yeah, don't put gas in diesels, and don't put diesel in gas, you know. I mean, at least the gas will run bad, but at least it won't damage it, you know. So the little 1.5 ton off-road jack, that's decent. Also the 2-ton, that's decent for a little car. I would recommend this one since winter's coming up. These 2 are good. You know, if you want to start on a welder, these 2 are good as well. Trade lights if you want. You know, it's an option. Let's see what else. Maybe I will buy that and give that to the gooseneck. Just don't use his little lights. I'll just, you know, leave them there. You know, maybe one day someone needs someone, just give them away or something. Shop towel's never bad. Let's see, with something else. Safety glasses, never bad to have those. Keep your eyes protected. 300-pound capacity, low profile creeper. That's a good one as well. You know, and then the work gloves, never bad to have those. You know, both of them. The storage box, wheel chucks, never bad to have those. Honestly, change tires. The surface condition tool. That is a good item to get, and that's it. In my opinion, there could be other things. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. Well, that'll be it. Good thing they brought these back, because, you know, back then they had a little sheet of paper. You know, maybe they didn't see a lot of sales because of a little sheet of papers, and now that they have this. And I've been going recently in Harbor Freight. I've been buying a lot of things recently. I've been fixing up on a truck and on a trailer. So they've been seeing me a lot this week and last week. They've been seeing me buy this tool, buying a couple rivet guns. What else have I bought? Die grinders. I've been hunting for this guy. Yeah, today I'm pretty sure it's the last day you get a die grinder. Yep, I got 2 die grinders from there. A lot of things. So I've been in Harbor Freight recently. I was even there yesterday getting a rivet gun and a what do you call those type of pliers? You know, I've been there a lot recently. They gave me like 3 posters already. So yeah, you know. Oh, also one thing: the cutting disc and the impact, driver impact. Those are good. Those are good. Don't, you know, miss out on those. So yeah, and this one's a decent bargain on sale, in my opinion. You know, my opinion. So yeah, but in case, because on Saturdays I always notice they always drop something new into they change the list and everything. So if y'all do see me again, you will see me again in the weekend, maybe, if they have updated or added something new, which is a possibility they might do. Just giving a heads up. They do it every once in a while. They didn't do it last time, you know, but this time they could add something new. We don't know yet until the weekend hits, since we're at the last couple of days until the parking lot hits. So yeah, we're gonna go and do that. So yeah, all right. Well, thanks for watching and have a good day. Okay, so here's the reason why that surface sander or reconditioning is good. This guy was really rusty. Really rusty. Really rusty. It was not, you know, it was always been white. It was like first like a kind of like a reddish, wineish color. And then somebody grabbed it, painted it all white all over it. They just painted over that paint. Well, I kind of had to resurface the whole trailer, flipped it upside down using a skid steer just to get this guy going. There are those lights of Harbor Freight, which, you know, they are holding pretty well. But, you know, I got this done, painted all over. Not a bad trailer in my opinion. It's pretty good out of the fiberglass back to the way it was, you know. But I have not used it yet. You know, it's just been waiting for something to do, which you'll get something to do here soon. The trailer's ready to go to do whatever I have to haul. So yeah, that surface conditioning thing did a pretty well job. It did a really well job getting all the old paint off. Went to just plain metal and then just painted the primer and then finally the white. And yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, it's a pretty good trailer. I built or repainted with that tool, so I would recommend it. For $90, it's not bad, especially since I got another trailer that's been sitting for a while over there. I just gotta pick it up, you know, do the same thing. Maybe surface it down, I'll see, or maybe just paint over it. I mean, it's a trailer that gets scratched up and stuff. Right now, this one hasn't been scratched up because it's just sitting here, just waiting to do something. So yeah, all right. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.